Today we're taking a look at Lesson 8, Form Follows Function. The essential question for this task is, what is the purpose of having different forms of equations? This is a practice understanding task. The purpose of this task is to build fluency with work in linear and exponential functions. The task is designed to help you recognize the information given in a problem and use it more efficiently. In this task, you will work with both linear and exponential functions, given tables, graphs, equations, or story context. You will construct various representations with an emphasis on writing equations using various forms and using equations to graph the functions. In our work so far, we've worked with linear and exponential equations in many forms. Some of the forms we've seen and their names are listed here on page 127. We've looked at linear functions, and we've named the slope-intercept form. In the slope-intercept form, you can see the slope and the y-intercept in the equation. The slope is m, the number in front of x, and the y-intercept is b, the number added to the end. In this equation, the slope is 1/2, and the y-intercept is 1. Next, we looked at point-slope form. M is the slope here, and the coordinates of any point on a line are in the equation here. In our example, the slope is 1/2, and this line goes through the point 4, 3. We've also seen a recursive equation of a linear function. It gives us the initial value and the constant difference. Notice that the constant difference we find is the slope in both slope-intercept form and point-slope form. The recursive formula tells us the constant difference in consecutive terms or outputs. We've also taken a look at exponential functions. In the regular explicit form, we can see A, the starting value, B, the ratio. In our example, the starting value is 10, and the ratio is 3. That means this exponential function starts with 10 and multiplies by 3 to get to the next terms. We can see that in the recursive equation too. The recursive equation gives us an initial value. In this case, it's 10. And the ratio, 3, between consecutive terms. We've also used a point ratio form. We can see the ratio in the equation, and we can also see a point that we've used, where x1 and y1 is a point on the curve. In our example, our ratio is 3, and the point on the curve is 1/30. In this task, you'll work through writing equations using some given information. We'll focus on using each form efficiently. As you model the situations in the following problems, think about the important information and conclusions that you can draw from it. Is the function linear or exponential? Does the problem give you the slope a point, a ratio, a y-intercept? Is the function discrete or continuous? This information helps you identify the best tools to write your equations. Work through problems 1 through 4 to prepare for class.